Good morning. Getting my camera all fixed there. First off, cats are the motocross bike of the animal world. Think about that. Second one is schedule. I know I'm not mentioning any specifics about my day job. I don't mind it. It's pretty nice. Really like the people I work with. New scheduling. Uh, every day this week I'm going in at a new time, and that's tough for an OCD person. I'm checking. Do I really come in at 9 today? That seems kind of odd. And so, again, if you're a little on the OCD side, which I have to be, it's tough. I will check again to make sure I come in at 9 today and not 8. It's like one of these weird things. Third note is that no matter how difficult I think I have it, there was something going on over Labor Day weekend. I'm not going to say any specifics, It was challenging, very challenging. But talking with other people out there, I'm pretty darn fortunate because there's some people I wonder, with how difficult their lives are, how they even get out of bed in the morning every day. So hats off to you if you truly have a challenging life. In the greater scheme of things, have it pretty easy. So slap me if I ever start feeling sorry for myself. You've got my permission. The fourth thing, look at this big old box. Oh, gauze. Because I use gauze. I like gauze. But correct gauze. When I send you back to wrap my bows, I do. If you don't want to, you do you, I'll do me. But I wrap my bows, whether or not it's rawhide backing or sinew backing. Hopefully you can see the weave of this. That is correct gauze. If you take your gauze and go like that, and this is not going to rip because it's the quality stuff. If you take your gauze and you really wrench on it and it breaks, or else you don't see those little openings, the mesh, it's more fleecy. It'll work, but it's not good stuff. I bought this stuff, 4-inch wide, which is wider than I normally use. I should see what I use, but it'll work. 50 cents a piece on eBay. This box at 24 cost me $10.99. There and abouts. And it'll last me forever because gauze is designed not to stick to wounds, right? And so if you let your hide glue, if you back with hide glue, set up a little bit, probably won't work the same way with Titebond. And you wrap that fresh sinew backed bow or that rawhide bow. If you're careful with this stuff, you can reuse it over and over again. So I probably won't have to buy any more gauze for another 100 years. Nigh on 100 years. The fourth, keep me honest here, my friends, is I've got the 5 bows pretty much done. Here's one of them. And now it's time to devise what kind of handle or hand wrap to put on them. On my P. Diddle bow, I basically just like going with a basic hand wrap. Yes, it's somewhat complex, very beautiful pattern, but it works well just to have a simple hand wrap. Other bows like this probably will not be the permanent handle. There's something about the contrast between this pattern and this. It looks kind of circusy. And so I'll either find another thing to secure the leather down there, maybe use rawhide, I don't know, but it's just too many patterns going on there. This one will have a more complicated thing. Picture this. You go and you buy a neat Navajo or another commercially made laminated longbow, and they usually have a piece of leather right over the back here. And then you've got the leather that goes around. I need to find my hole punch because I made the move. There's still some tools I have that are missing. Piece of leather over the handle, hole punch on either side, and then lace it Yeah, like you're tying your shoes. And then the last one dives straight down, goes through that panel, which is fringed, back up. The wabbit goes down the hole and then back up. So those two wraps come down here, and then there's a bead on there. So this will be a more complex, and it'll fit the scheme of the snake bow. This one could go either way. Not sure yet, but yeah, that's the fun of it. It's interesting how, probably rawhide on this one. It's interesting how you start the bowl from a piece of wood, rough it out, you fine tune it, you back it, you paint it, put the handle on it, you know, you make the string grooves or pin knocks and stuff. It takes a lot of time, all those little details. And just making and tailoring the bow is just a portion of it. So it's taken me a while to do this series of my 7 production bows. But it turns out there's going to be an art walk, you know, where they have musicians on the corners and then art booths set up. And I had one fellow, it's like, wanted me to set me on a corner with my violin or mandolin or something like that. And then the other side, setting up a display of all my bows. And I had this choice. Again, I'm fortunate. Yes, I worked at learning how to play violin and mandolin and banjo and all this other stuff. I also spent time learning how to make bows, but I feel very fortunate because I've got this choice. Art walk? Do I do music or do I do art? I'm going with art. I think I'm going to. And I'll have a range of bows, including by then, October 11th, Rogers City, 4 to 8 o'clock. Be there. I'll have some stave-made bows, and I might even have like just a stave of Osage or something sitting there, you know, like from wood to bow. And don't worry, my range of production bows, not selling. It's just kind of informative. I'll make a banner, John J. Riggs Archery. So it's going to be a good time for all. And that's pretty much about it. I'm going to end this. There's a lot of paddle bows out there that I made with various paint jobs. And, you know, I was sitting there taking a shower, shaving, you know, getting ready for another day of work. And just, again, I've been very fortunate. I wonder where all these bows are. I mean, I've made hundreds of bows, you know, and probably a lot of them, I know, have been used for hunting, but a lot of them are just hanging in a place of honor in people's homes or bars or businesses. And, you know, every so often I snap out of my own head and I think, holy cow, you know, I sign these things. My name is literally all over the world. And that to me is like the coolest thing in the world. If I meet my demise tomorrow, I shall live on. You know, that's the point of things, right? Is not to see how much you can take from other people or what you can put over on this thing or that thing. It's like making your mark, doing good, being kind to people, understanding, creating things, being positive. I guess that's a good message to end this video on. That in a bowl. Thank you for watching, my friends. Have a good one.